Okay, everybody, so let's talk about structs. A struct is short for structure. Think of it as a collection of related members, kind of like variables. They can be of different data types, unlike with arrays. Structs are listed under one name in a block of memory. In order to refer to that struct, we can refer to a variable name, and then we have access to that block of memory that contains related members. And lastly, structs are very similar to classes in other languages. If you're familiar with more than just C, you'll probably know what a class is. But there are no methods within a struct. It's only members. So we can actually use structs to mimic real-world objects. Let's say that maybe we're playing a game and we need two players. Each player will have a name and a score. These will be the members. So to create a struct outside of our main function, we will type the keyword struct followed by a tag name. Let's say we are working with players. Then we need a set of curly braces, then end it with a semicolon. So any members, think of these like variables. So let's say we have a character array named name, and I'll give this a size of maybe 12. So we will declare these but not assign them. We'll do that later. And we have an int named score. So each player is going to have a name and a score. Kind of like we're playing an arcade game. Now to assign some of these values, we're going to create a type of variable, and player is going to be kind of the data type. So we will type struct, then the tag name, which was player, and then a variable name. Let's say we have player1 and player2. So with these structs, you can reuse them. So we have struct player, player1, and struct player, player2. So we can assign values to these members. However, if we have an array of characters, we're going to use the string copy function. So let's use the string copy function. Then to access one of the members, you will type the name of that struct. So let's say player1, and then follow this with a dot. The dot is a member access operator. So after typing the dot, we have access to a name and score member. So let's set the player's name equal to whatever your first name is. Now, if you're not working with an array of characters, such as an integer, you can just access these directly. So let's set player1's score to equal maybe 4 points. And we also have player2, but we have not assigned values to its members. So this time, let's assign player2's name and score. So we can just copy what we have, but change player1 to player2. Player2, let's say, is bra, and player2's score is 5. Now, if I would like to display these members, I can do so with a print statement. So printf, let's display our name first. So I will use the s format specifier, player1.name, and then I'll add a new line. Then to access player1's score, well, that's an integer, so I will use the d format specifier, player1.score. And then let's do the same thing with player2. So player2.name and player2.score. So we have our player1 structs name member as bro and score member set to 4. And then our player2 struct has a name member of bra and a score member of 5. So yeah, that's basically a struct. It's a collection of related members. Think of these kind of like variables. They can be of different data types, unlike arrays, and they are listed under one name in a block of memory. So in this example, we have player1 and player2. Player1 and player2 refer to different blocks of memory, which contain their own unique members. If you're familiar with other programming languages, they're very similar to classes, but they cannot contain any methods. So yeah, those are structs. If you would like a copy of this code, I'll post this to the comment section down below. And well, yeah, those are structs in C.